We continue now with our breaking news coverage of the Jennifer Crumbley trial. Just moments ago, a jury found Crumbley guilty on all 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter.
Now, this verdict comes 2 years after her son, Ethan Crumbley, shot and killed 4 of his classmates at Oxford High School in Michigan. Let's go in and bring in NBC News correspondent Maggie Vespa, who is live outside that courthouse there in Pontiac, Michigan, as well as NBC News legal analyst Angela Senadella. Maggie, I'd like to start with you. You've been following this case since the beginning, and from what I understand with this verdict, it really came down to 2 things. One, whether or not Jennifer Crumbley followed up on her legal duty as a parent, according to the state of Michigan. But 2, whether she was grossly negligent when it came to storing that gun, and also whether or not she was reporting her son's mental health. What did the prosecution have to prove on both of those fronts?
Well, you nailed those perfectly, Morgan, and frankly, they had to prove one of those things. It was an either-or scenario, and the judge laid that out for the jury during jury instructions once again yesterday, just before deliberations began, and that was such a foreign concept to the jury, just like it probably is to a lot of people at home, that they had a question about it a few hours later, just making sure, hey, it is either avenue, correct? It's either the gross negligence with how the weapon was stored or the failure to perform your legal duty as a parent and exercise what they call reasonable care, essentially protecting other people from your child, given what you know about your child. And the judge confirmed, yes, it's an either-or avenue. And here's the really interesting thing. Jurors don't even have to agree on which avenue they think the prosecution successfully went down. They just all had to agree that one of those bars were cleared for all of them to come to that guilty verdict. And remember, this is a unanimous jury. It has to be here in the state of Michigan. So we are talking about 12 guilty votes 4 times over, one for each of the 4 classmates killed during the 2021 Oxford High School massacre. You saw Jennifer Crumbley in the moment that guilty verdict was read, looking down, her eyes closed, her attorney looking at the jury, but Crumbley just eyes closed, listening to the verdicts be read. Just an absolutely stunning verdict. As you know, this case, we've been calling it landmark throughout. That continues to be the case. This is the first time an American parent has been charged in connection with their child's mass school shooting. This was an incredibly high bar for the prosecution to clear. And one thing that I want to know, we just got this in the last couple of minutes from our AP in court. Craig Schilling, the father of Justin Schilling, one of the 4 that was killed, he's been in there, guys, every single day watching this. He was even in there yesterday listening to the jury instructions, like watching what was going to happen before they started deliberating. And as soon as this was done and the jury had read their verdict, they'd been polled to make sure it was indeed unanimous, and then they left the courtroom. Our AP says he got up, he hugged the prosecutor, the main prosecutor, Karen McDonald, and then he hugged every single member of the prosecution team, shaking hands with the officers, shaking hands with ATF agents who were in there, telling them all, thank you so much. So our teams are in there right now talking to family members who have been just waiting on pins and needles for this verdict, had told local media that they felt like this was another layer of justice potentially, and they got the guilty verdict, guys, they were hoping for.
And that is the devastating part. The guilty verdicts do not bring back those 4 children. Angela, I want to bring you in. The jury deliberated for 7 hours yesterday, for about 4 today before coming to this verdict. We know there were 6 men and 6 women on the jury, including some who were parents themselves. Talk about what this means in future school shooting cases where a parent has perhaps supplied the gun or ignored signs of their child's behavior that could suggest violence.
This has enormous significance across the country, and that's because every state has a form of involuntary manslaughter law. So what this means is that parents in the future in different states could likely be held to a similar standard. Now, there's one extra thing I want to note here, and that's that Ethan Crumbley himself was charged as an adult. This was not a 9-year-old who found a gun or a 10-year-old. This was a 15-year-old who was sentenced to life without parole in prison because he was charged as an adult. So what this means is that even if you are a parent and your child is an adult in the eyes of the law, you can still be charged for your contributory negligence if it's gross enough. So it is enormously significant.
And we should also be clear that this is not the end of the road for the Crumbley family, that James Crumbley, Jennifer's husband, and Ethan Crumbley's father will go on trial on March 5th. NBC News correspondent Maggie Vespa, NBC News legal analyst Angela Senadella, thank you both so much.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.